What's going on, y'all? Podcast episode 64, I believe. In the sauna. Trying to sweat it out. Hope everyone's having a good Friday and a good holiday season. Man, it is hot in here. It is, it's about 200. No, it's like 185. But man, I hope everyone's doing good. Yeah, man, I'm just excited to have a few days off work. It's going to be nice for a change. Feels like sometimes it just feels like work just drags on, and you just don't ever get an actual break. So it'll be nice to actually get a break for once. This week has been kind of rough, man. We did have a family member pass away this week, and after our hard-fought battle with cancer, my wife got a call on Tuesday that they finally passed, and it just all week I've kind of been reflecting on that. Just how precious life is, how precious our time is, and especially with our loved ones. It's tough, man. We get so caught up with life and being busy that sometimes we put off, people that are important to us. And, it's not a good feeling by any means, but, anytime something like, anytime you lose, a loved one, it does kind of open up your eyes again to how precious life is and how valuable our time is, and I had to have like a difficult conversation with my daughter this week, who's 3. She saw that I was upset. She saw me crying, and she kind of freaked out because she's not used to seeing me emotional like that. And so, she of course wanted to know what was wrong. She cried with me for a little bit, and it was really nice. We had this deep connection, like she was healing me, and she knew that that's what I needed at that time. And we had to have the talk about death, and trying to have that conversation with a 3-year-old is difficult, because they don't understand. So I had to let her know, and and I had to kind of tell her, hey, our cousin Monica's going to be going back home with God and going home to God. And, she was like, because our family, we like to camp. So we go camping. We used to go camping with our cousin Monica. And so that's what Nora remembered her as, So she was like, Nora pretty much was like, Monica can't go home to be with God. She's got to go back to her camper. And so, it's just tough, man. It's tough trying to explain to a 3-year-old death and what it, how precious life is, and and then of course the conversation gets brought up, or the question gets brought up, are you and mommy gonna die? And you kind of just have to tiptoe a little bit, like, yeah, it's gonna happen eventually, and hopefully it doesn't happen anytime soon. But just know that, no matter what happens, I will always be there for you, and I'll always be here with you. So it was just it was a tough week, man. It was one that started off sad, And it's definitely tough around the holidays, you know, because you're kind of focused on that. You're focused on trying to make the holidays good for the family, and you're ready to be off work and enjoy your time and relax and kind of set things off to the side. But it's just a reminder that life doesn't stop. Life keeps going, and no matter what, no matter how planned you think you are, or how ready you think you are, or, how relaxed you plan on being, this and that, it's like life is always going to keep going. And that's the hard part, but it's also the excitement in life. You just never really know what's going to happen. But it's tough, man. Maddie's cousin that she lost this week, Monica, you couldn't say a bad thing about her. You couldn't. We were literally trying to think of like one just instance where it was just like we had like a weird moment with her and we just never did. She was always so fun and just joyful and always had funny stories. She was the life of the party. Had a really funny laugh, and she just was loud and fun and just a good time. And it just stinks, man. The one thought that I kind of keep having is like, my daughter is going to grow up not really knowing who Monica was. And you don't really have those thoughts beforehand. And it's just a tough thought to even think. And I feel really bad for Maddie's family right now, and I know they're going through a lot, especially around the holidays, But at the same time, you're almost glad that she's not in pain anymore, because the cancer was bone cancer. So I mean, literally one of the worst types, and I'm sure one of the most painful. And my heart goes out to them. My heart goes out to her boys, Maddie's cousins. It's a tough time right now, and yeah, I'll just leave it at that. We're trying to prepare for Christmas, man. I feel like I finally got my shopping done. Had a few last minute things I had to get, but it was nice to finally feel like you're just like done with shopping, And I think next year we're gonna try something a little bit different. Maybe not be so focused on gifts, but be more focused on like being present in the moment and just giving our family enough time. And we're actually doing that this year. This is the first year that we've actually split up our Christmas to where, we're doing my family on Christmas Eve and then Maddie's family on Christmas Day. And I feel like it'll be pretty nice, man, to just not like worry about how much time we're spending or the next place we gotta be. So I am excited about that. But yeah, man, Christmas season is here. It's crazy. After this weekend, I mean, we'll have one full week of 2024 left. It's just wild, man. Where did the year go? I feel like I think I said this before, but it's been a pretty damn good year. There's been some really good moments. There's been some shitty moments. We've lost some good people. And it just, it was just another year to kind of open up your eyes to what life is, and the meaning of life, the purpose of life. And I keep going back to the purpose of life is just love. It's just that, of course you're destined to do something in life, and whatever that is, is sacred to you. But at the same time, that purpose or that destiny has to be backed by purpose. And it's always backed by the same thing. If you really love something, you're gonna go far. I feel like that's really the secret. The secret power of life is love. It's love. And it's always love. It's always been love. We've always known that. And sometimes we lose track of that. Sometimes we lose sight of the true meaning of life. But, it's always a reminder. It's always there especially when, you go through hard times, like losing a loved one, or, some crazy political events, or whatever's going on in the world, it always comes back to love. And love is always the answer to whatever's going on, whatever pain that you're feeling. Even in your body, it's like if you have a body part that's aching or sore or in pain, it's craving your love, It's craving your love and attention. And, it all comes back to love. So, that's one thing I've been trying to focus on this year, man, is really just loving myself, loving the people around me, loving my craft, loving every action that I take. Try to make every action backed by love and meaning and purpose. And, it's something I hope to carry into 2025. So, it's getting really hot in here. I'm going to pause the video for a second, and then I'll restart once I get back in the car. But yeah, I just wanted a different little angle. But yeah, man, I'll check you here in just a second. All right, y'all, back up in it. Sorry I had to pause. Man, it was getting really hot. I could do about, I could push like 15, 20 minutes in there, but then I just start getting kind of lightheaded, so. Man, I feel like the sauna does wonders, though. It definitely helps. Definitely helps. But yeah, man, I was talking about just love and the power of love, and really that being the secret superpower behind life, and just anything that we do in life. All of our relationships revolve around it. It's just the answer, man. It's the answer. And I think it's always been the answer. I think sometimes we try to find different shortcuts or different ways to maneuver through life. And I think once we lose sight of the fact that life is all about love, we overcomplicate things and make it what it's not. And sometimes it just takes events and people, and maybe even, a book that you read or something that happened, that it just gets you back to love and gets you back realigned with love. And sometimes it stinks that it takes, loved ones passing or getting sick or just something painful to get you back to love, I think that's the hardest thing about life, you know. But yeah, man, you know, it's important for us to carry on our loved ones, carry out their, you know, their meaning of life. You know, there's a reason why we came in contact with these people, and we were supposed to learn something from them. And the two people that I lost this year, you know, of course, Jake Watford, Reckless, and then our cousin Monica Vickers. You know, the two things that I learned from, or the things that I learned from these two, is to have fun, give love when you can, you know, make every room better when you leave than when you walked in. You know, be welcoming of everybody. You know, don't leave anybody out just because you prejudge them or anything. Don't leave them out. And just have a good outlook on life. Just be positive. Have big dreams. Love your family, love your friends deep. Make them laugh. Find the joy. And just live every moment as if it could be your last. So, and if you are listening to this and you know either one, if you knew either one of them, Jake Watford, Reckless, or Monica Vickers, you know exactly what I'm talking about either one of them. So, yeah, man. So much love, rest in peace, and you know, I hope to see you one day again. With that being said, I am working on some new music. We are pretty close to being finished. Spade and I are wrapping up a little project together. It's going to be 6 songs, and it's going to be dedicated to Reckless. I will say not every song is you know, is about him or anything, but we just kind of used his momentum, or I should say used his out, at least I did when writing the songs. I used his outlook on writing, and just trying to have some fun, just tapping in, having fun, and just being consistent. So I tried to tap in. I tried to really try to harness what I thought he would do when he approaches a record or a beat. And you know, these songs, they're fun, they're good, and I can't wait to drop the project. And I know Spade's excited too. I got to talk with him on the phone, and it was really cool, man. So that's coming soon. Godspeed just hit 4,000 streams on Spotify, which is pretty cool. I'm super excited about that. You know, if you haven't heard it yet, go check it out. And yeah, man, I just appreciate all the love, all the support over the years. And stay tuned, man, because we got some new stuff dropping. So much love. I hope to talk to you soon. If I don't, have a Merry Christmas. Have a good New Year. And yeah, man, let's finish strong. So much love. Peace.